Hello everyone and welcome back to another book review. Today I am going to be reviewing a book that I checked out on a whim. Well, I check out most of my books on a whim, but a book that I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy, but I wound up really enjoying. And that is The Cosmic Puppets by Philip K. Dick. The first thing I should say is do not judge this book by the cover. The cover felt super weird to me, but yeah. Don't judge the book by the cover. So this is a rather short work of science fiction by the science fiction master, Philip K. Dick. It's only about 140 pages, so I figured it'd be perfect to kind of sample some of his work without overcommitting to a 400, 500 page novel. So this is like a very easy, digestible size work, and it's perfect for anyone who doesn't have a lot of time to read but still wants to have an introduction to this work. I selected it purely by chance. There was actually a huge section of work by Philip K. Dick, and I quite literally closed my eyes and pulled one out at the library just to surprise myself, and this is what I pulled out. But when I flipped it over and read the back, I wound up being very intrigued and interested to read it, so here we are. So this book follows the adventures of a man named Ted Barton, who is on vacation with his wife, and he feels this compulsion to go back and visit his hometown. He drives into his hometown, and I mean, maybe things have changed. It's been a number of years since he was there, but businesses are gone, and then he notices street signs aren't quite the same, and as he drives around, he gets more uneasy, culminating basically in him going to get some archive records and finding out that Ted Barton, who lived in his hometown, died when he was a boy. So who is Ted Barton, who is now standing there, and what is he doing? So this is a very unsettling beginning, and it's unsettling without being super gory, which I really like. And I should add that this book feels very much, the setting in the book is the 1950s, which I believe was contemporary to the time when he was writing this. So this would have been like present time when, yes, this was written in like 1957 according to the copyright, so which would have been like modern, like very contemporary when Philip Dick was writing this book. But now feels dated, but I don't think the fact that it's taking place in the 1950s makes any sort of difference, so I should add that. Ted Barton's wife is not pleased with the whole situation. She's going to go get a hotel somewhere else outside of town. She has no interest in being here, but Ted Barton's determined to get to the bottom of this, and it seems to have to do with some very precocious children who are up to some no good tasks in the town. Because it's 140 pages, I don't want to say too much more beyond this other than it's very interesting. I feel like you are left wondering what's going on along with the main character throughout the entire book. There are different points of view, so you do get the points of view of a very precocious young girl, a very precocious young boy, and I believe that those are the two other characters besides Ted Barton, but there's multiple views and you start to piece it together with the main character, and it's just an interesting, fun story. So I enjoyed it, I recommended it, I thought that it was well done. There are a few things that definitely date it to the 1950s in terms of the way it's written, particularly the way the women are written, but I just take it as a sign of it being written at that time, so I'm not going to criticize it too harshly because it was a product of its times, and because it's science fiction, I don't think the fact that the contemporary setting is set in 1950 makes too much of a difference. So if you're looking for an easy introduction to his work and you're also interested in science fiction, maybe you don't have a lot of time, this would be a perfect book to start with. Again, this is The Cosmic Puppets by Philip K. Dick. I would rate this probably like 3.5 stars. It was very interesting, it kept my attention, and I'm glad I read it. I'm glad I have this little introduction. I would definitely read more of his work based on having read this book. If you've read this one or know anything else by Philip K. Dick that you enjoyed, I know this is not his most popular work. I believe he wrote, I'm trying to remember what the big one he wrote. Is it The Man in the High Castle? I'll have to look it up. He wrote some bigger works than this one, but this was just my introduction to it, and if there's anything else that maybe is less well known by him that you would recommend, please let me know and I'd be happy to check it out and see if my library has it. Other than that, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day.